Hello there, I'm Judy Royal from the Royal Treatment, and this is Food for Thought, Nourishment for the Body, Mind and Soul for the week of June 2nd. And we're still hoping for summer because we're certainly not getting a spring or have had a spring, but we will wait patiently, I think. The card that I chose today is from the Wisdom of Avalon Oracle cards by Colette Baron-Reid, and the card that I chose for all of us is communication. Are you clear and straightforward when you communicate with others? Do you have difficulty asking for what you need? This marker reminds you of many things related to how you speak to the world and how it speaks to you. It asks you to be clear and to seek clarity in all communications between yourself and others in your life. Perhaps you need to call someone or write a letter. Do you need to connect with someone you haven't talked to in a while? Do you need to clarify something that remains cloudy between you and another? Drawing this marker indicates that it's timely to do so, for communication at this point is highlighted in all areas of your life. This card notes that communication is not just between human beings. Your spirit guides, angels, and other helpers on your path are always trying to get your attention. Are you open to their messages? Ask and you will know. Look and you will see. Listen and you will hear. Sense and you will feel. Communication is not just about talking at someone or something. In Avalon, and certainly around here, the sacred wisdom was gained by developing receptivity and learning to listen. Well, the first thing that I would like to address is the sentence, it asks you to be clear and to seek clarity in all communications between yourself and others in your life. And if you think about the phrase, perception is projection, we really do need to pay attention to how we say things, not just what we say. And one of my teachers has a great story to illustrate this point. He talks about a student that walked into the classroom and said, "Nice haircut there." Now, he could have interpreted that as being a sarcastic put down because he's almost bald and he has this small fringe around the outside. But then again, that person could have been quite sincere and genuine and noticed that he really likes to keep that small area trimmed quite neatly. And so it depends on how that person is evaluating and interpreting what you're saying. And it makes it that much more important for us to think before we say. The other comment that I would like to make is around communication doesn't necessarily have to be with humans. That it can be through your spirit guide, your animal totem, or perhaps a loved one that's passed. And they're always willing to offer guidance and direction. You just have to ask for it. And sometimes you could forget about that, actually. And but when you do think about it and ask directly, there's always a message. It may not come at that particular time. It may be the next day, but it will come. There was a lady I was working with last week, and she always uses butterflies as her guidance and direction. When she sees a butterfly, she sees that as a need to proceed. And another lady on the weekend that I met, she gathers feathers. She finds feathers in the oddest places, and she always sees that as having some meaning for her. And the last thing that I would like to draw your attention to is the sacred wisdom was gained by developing receptivity and learning to listen. And let's just take a couple of seconds to think about how well we listen. And what I mean by that is, think about the last time you had a conversation with someone. Were you actually listening to what they were saying, or were you thinking about how you were going to respond? In other words, you were formulating your response, what you were going to say back. And that's especially true if you're not agreeing with what someone is saying. You aren't actually listening to what they're saying. You are thinking about how you are going to come back with an appropriate comment that is what you want to deliver rather than listening to what they're trying to impart to you. So try that little experiment the next time you're having a conversation, and be aware of how well you actually are listening to what they're saying. And I'll leave that with you for this week, and I look forward to hearing from you either through my website or my email, my phone. A phone call is always wonderful, and Facebook. I'm always on Facebook. And with that, I'll say bye for now.